Hello and welcome back to your Pilates workout program for beginners. I can imagine you are slowly starting to experience and see the benefits of consistent habits and just really continuing giving yourself grace as you build the foundations. If you're joining us for the first time, please head over to our first video and progress with us. It's so important, as I said in the last few videos, to make sure that we build our strong foundation, making sure that we are activating with quality rather than quantity. So let's get straight into it. Today we are going to just be building on from our last two workouts and just really making sure we are getting stronger as we progress. So today we are going to be starting in a rest position in the center of our mat. Let's slowly lean forward and just use this first few moments to just bring this awareness to the current present moment. Let's close our eyes and take a deep inhale, scanning that body to feel or see where the niggles are. Just really turning off to anything else that's going on. Just coming to this present moment, this moment for yourself to improve and experience vitality through good, consistent habits. Just dedicating this time to yourself. Let's take a deep inhale. And as we exhale, we're walking our hands towards that left side of the mat and leaning down towards the mat, pushing that right shoulder into the ground. Then coming back to center and changing over to the other side. Slowly coming all the way back to center and then interlacing our hands behind our backs. Then reaching those arms over as far as you can. Just allowing that stretch into those shoulders. And lifting that heart up towards the sky as you drop those hands behind you. Inhale, exhale, coming back towards the mat. And try and inhale and exhale as I mention or as I cue you to do so. There's a purpose behind that breathing and synchronizing it with your movement. Just helps you become more aware, and with that exhale you can progress through that range of motion. So really trying to be intentional. Usually we'll exhale on the activation and inhale on the relaxation. Let's do 3 more of these. Just loosening up that back. And last 2. Reaching over. On the last one, we're going to lift our knees up. Or lift our glutes up onto our knees. All the way down. Deep breath in. Exhale, opening those hips. Lifting up towards the sky. Keep holding. Deep breath in. Exhale, reaching those arms up all the way to the sky. Coming all the way into an all fours position. Deep breath in. Making sure you're in that neutral spine. And your knees comfortably below those hips, wrists comfortably below those shoulders. We're going to inhale, exhale, rounding that spine as you tuck in that pelvis. Deep breath in, exhale, bringing that spine back to neutral as you open that chest. Becoming aware of that movement of that pelvis, getting used to that dissociation between the pelvis and the spine, and just welcoming that movement within the spine, loosening up. And slowly coming back to center, getting into that neutral spine. Inhale, exhale, we're going to lift right left leg up. Deep breath in, exhale, bring it out to the side and come back to center. We're just going to do 8 circles to loosen up those hips. But I know that it's also, I want to remind you that it's also so important to make sure that You're stabilizing with your hands and your core as you rotate. Let's do 3 more. And last one, coming back to center, dropping that left knee, lifting that right knee, bringing out to the side and circulating. So working to stabilize that body as that knee creates those circles. Let's do 4 more. That's 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And slowly coming back to center, rounding that spine and leaning all the way into rest position. Reaching forward and then placing that your elbows on the mat as you lift your glutes to the sky and bringing your hands behind your head and pushing into the ground. Slowly coming back up and bringing your right knee all the way back to extension, keeping that tummy tight and lifting that left arm. We're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping that tummy tight. Inhale, exhale, we toe tap and lift. For 8 counts, that's 1. Inhale up, exhale down, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, tummy tight, 8, dropping that left hand down, placing your right toes on the mat, and you're just going to lean back and forward just to loosen up that calf. Leaning back and forward, just making sure that you're not slumping into your shoulders, keeping your shoulders away from those ears. And last one, and lifting that leg up. Inhale, exhale, bringing that knee back to center and changing it over to the other side, lifting that left leg, right arm, and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Exhale, we toe tap and drop that hand to lift back up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Deep breath in, dropping right hand down, dropping those left toes onto the mat, and slowly leaning back to stretch out that back left calf as well as those feet and toes. And keep going back and forth, enjoying this recovery in between the activations. And last one, leaning back, trying to go deeper into that calf. Inhale, exhale, we lift that left leg up. We drop that knee down into all fours, tucking those toes in under our feet and coming all the way down into downward dog. Just slowly walking out those heels, stretching out those hamstrings. And remember, in this position, I want you to point your tailbone to the sky, so you're really pushing that pelvis up towards the ceiling. And now pushing both heels into the ground. And then just doing any movements that you feel that your body needs in this position right now. If you want to circle those hips, you want to bend and extend those knees. And now slowly walking your hands towards your feet and then just coming into a seated position. Placing your feet in a crisscross position. Let's lift those hands all the way up towards the sky bringing them behind you. I want your fingers facing your glutes. Inhale, exhale, we lift those hips up towards the sky. Coming back to seated, and we lift, opening that chest, opening that chin. Coming back to seated, and lifting up. Slowly coming back to seated. Last one. Inhale, exhale, coming back to seated, and slowly extending those legs out in front of you, making sure your hips are in line with your knees, or your ankles and knees are in line with your hips. Bringing hands out in front of you, we're going to flex those ankles. If you struggle with this one, I'd recommend that you bend your knees slightly, and you'll see as we continue with the program that you will start improving in your flexibility. Let's take a deep inhale, lengthening that spine, drawing the shoulders down that back. Exhale, we tuck in that chin and head, and lean forward towards our toes. Inhale to pause. Exhale, we come back up into seated. Deep breath in. Exhale, we lean forward. Try to go a little bit deeper every time you go. Challenge yourself, but not too hard. I want you just to go into just that upper threshold of discomfort. Remember, we want to progress slowly with a good foundation, not giving ourselves too much grief. If there are movements that we can't do, we will get there. Let's do 2 more. Deep breath in. Exhale, reaching forward. Coming back to center. And last one. All the way forward. Deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to extend that back, and we're holding tummy tight, core tight, shoulders down that back. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing, reaching forward, coming all the way back to seated. Coming into the center of the mat, and then just grabbing your shins. We're going to round that spine on the inhale. Exhale, opening that chest, looking up towards the sky. Rounding that spine, and then opening that chest, looking up towards the sky. Let's do 2 more of these before we go into a fun little exercise called rolling like a ball. Coming back to center, we're going to lift and hover our feet off the mat, lengthening that back, and just making sure our hands are holding the center of our shins. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we round that back and lean all the way back down to come back to seated, using that tummy to stabilize, lengthening that spine, straightening that back. Inhale, exhale, we roll back. Coming back to center, using that tummy and our stabilizing muscles to keep that balance. Deep breath in. Exhale, we round. Come back to seated into starting point. We're going to do 2 more of these. Back straight. Inhale. Round that back. Roll back. Come back into starting point. And last one. We round all the way back. Come back into seated. And then placing our feet back on the mat. Lifting his hands up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, we come to T-point. And even though we are just sitting in this position, you should be able to feel deep activation in that tummy, in those back extensor muscles. I want you to imagine like there's an orange between your knees, and you're keeping that orange and holding it there. You're almost squeezing it a little bit, sucking in that pelvic floor. Tummy tight, working hard to keep that posture. You should feel deep activation into that core as well. Coming back to center, bringing hands out in front of you. Inhale, exhale, we open. Left hand behind us as we look over that left shoulder. Coming back to center, and other side. Coming back to center, other side. Keep going. And last one on each side. Doing really well. Hope you're ready for some fun activations. Deep breath in, exhale, bringing hands to sky, placing your hands behind your back, just leaning back onto your elbows. We're just going to open those feet slightly larger shoulder width apart, just rocking from left to right, loosening up those hips. And as we're breathing now in this position, just imagining oxygen going to those joints, those tight muscles, just embracing this mobility and this time that we've chosen and put aside to exercise and build our habits. And now slowly extending those legs onto the mat and just releasing yourself all the way onto your back. We're going to lift our right leg and then our left leg into tabletop. Remember to keep that tummy tight. Bring your hands up towards the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale. We right leg toe tap. Inhale, center. We're just going to do a few of these before we progress the movement. Making sure we're keeping that tummy tight, drawing belly to spine. Making sure that that core is stabilizing as you lift and lower those legs. And let's meet in the center. Now we're going to drop left leg and right arm, come back to center and changing over to the other side. And keep going, tummy tight. I want you to do this slow and controlled because I want you to feel that activation in that tummy as you go from left to right and left to right. So let's do one more on each side, making sure that that 90-degree angle stays in that knee as you lower. You can see my hips and my knees are aligned, my knees and my ankles are aligned, and it's really just a case of moving in that hip joint as we go and coming back to center, hugging those knees and just coming into a little ball, looking left, looking right, slowly releasing those hands, placing your feet on the mat, coming back into supine position. Deep breath in. We are going to arch that back. Inhale. Exhale. We come into flat back, using that core. I want you to really be aware, using that tummy to pull that pelvis up as you flatten that back. And exhale. We use that tummy to release and create that arch in that back. We're going to do a few more of these before we progress. And last one, we arch that back, we flatten that back, and as we flatten that back, we peel that tailbone up towards the sky, one vertebra at a time, all the way up, squeezing those glutes, bringing hands towards the sky. Digging those heels into the ground, drawing them towards, imagine like they're coming towards your back, drawing in that pelvic floor, making sure your feet are fist distance apart, holding that nachi between your knees, and nachi or the orange or clementine, whatever you want to call it. Squeezing. Inhale. Exhale. We reverse that movement, controlling one vertebra at a time to come back to starting point. Deep breath in. Exhale. We flatten that back. We lift that pelvis. We come back into that pelvic curl, squeezing those glutes. Inhale. Exhale, we come back. Inhale. Exhale, we lift. Last one. Inhale to pause. Exhale, we come back down. Inhale. Exhale, we flatten that back. We peel that tailbone. Lifting up, up, up. Squeezing those glutes. We're holding. Deep breath in. Exhale, we're transferring our weight onto our left knee, left foot, lifting right leg into tabletop. We're holding, let's lift a little bit higher if you can. Inhale, exhale, bringing hands to T-point, then coming back to center. Working really hard to keep that alignment of those hips and that height as well. We're just going to do 5 of these. That's 3. Exhale down. 4. And 5. Come back to center, dropping that right leg. Inhale. Exhale, left leg up, deep breath in. Exhale, we come back to T-point, come back to center. That's 1 and 2, 3 and 4. and 5. Coming back to center, dropping that left leg, lifting those hips, squeezing those glutes. Just going to do little pulsations for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Remember to keep that ball between your knees to keep that alignment of your pelvic curl. Deep breath in, exhale, we come all the way back to center, bringing hands into T-point, ankles and knees together, and we're just going to rock from left to right, getting this active recovery before we continue. Coming back to center, bringing your hands to your sides, right leg up, left leg up, deep breath in, exhale, bringing your hands back up to center, inhale, exhale, we're going to double leg toe tap as you bring arms overhead, then come back to center. We're just going to do 5 of these, making sure that when we are toe tapping, keeping that angle of those knees. Tummy tight, working really hard to keep that tummy working. That's 4 and 5. Come back to center, bringing hands into T-point, inhale, exhale, we drop towards the right hand side, just to 45 degrees, trying to keep those knees together. Come back to center and then to the left. And using your core as your knees drop to pull yourself back to center. You're not using your knees or momentum or your legs. I want you to focus on using your tummy to come back. We're going to progress this now. As you come to the left, you extend, bend, come back to center, extend, bend to the right. We're going to do that 3 times on each side, using that tummy to do the work, relaxing that neck, relaxing that face. Very nice. Let's keep up the good work. To the right, extend, bend, back to center, extend, bend, to the left, extend, bend. Last one onto the right side, and then we'll continue. Slowly coming back to center and slowly releasing to hug those knees towards your chest. Coming all the way back down into your supine position. Let's take a deep inhale. Exhale, we lift pelvis off the mat. Coming up into our pelvic curl, transferring that weight onto that left knee, left foot as you come into tabletop with that right. Inhale. Exhale, we toe tap. Inhale, center. That's 1. Core tight. And 2. Making sure that you're tucking in and tilting that pelvic pubic bone towards your chin as you lower and lift. That's 3 and 4. Core tight, using your glutes to keep that height and protect that lower back. Come back to center and we extend for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bending that right leg, dropping it down. Inhale to prepare, transferring that weight towards that right knee and leg, and lifting left leg into tabletop. Deep breath in. Exhale, that's 1. Inhale, center. Exhale, down 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Extending that leg and holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bending that knee, dropping that leg, lifting those hips to slowly come all the way back down. Let's bring our hands into T-point, and again just getting that active recovery between our activations. Keep breathing, coming back to center. We're going to lift our legs back up into tabletop, drawing that belly in towards the spine, bringing hands overhead. Inhale, exhale, we lift head, neck and chest off the mat as we bring hands towards our sides. And exhale, down. Inhale, exhale, we lift. Inhale, exhale, we lower. Inhale, and we lift. Keep going. Let's do 3 more of these. And 1 2. Last one, we're going to extend those legs up and we're just going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly hugging knees towards your chest. For one deep inhale, exhale, we come back to center, placing both our hands onto that right knee. Inhale, exhale, we extend left leg and we pulse and come back. That's 1, 2, 3, core tight, 4, 5, we're just doing 8, 6, 7, and 8. Slowly coming back to center, bringing hands overhead, deep breath in, exhale, bringing hands towards our sides. We're just going to push the air into the ground for 20 counts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly releasing. Looking left, looking right to loosen up that neck, and then just turning over onto your left hand side. We're going to make sure our knees, hips and shoulders are aligned, and we're stabilizing with that left elbow, and then flexing that right ankle. We're going to lift our leg. Inhale, exhale, bring it towards the front, toe tap, come back up, keeping that height, and toe tap. That's 1. And as you go from forward to the side, just make sure that you're using your tummy to lift and lower, and you really want to just try and keep that height as you move the position of that leg. We're doing 8 of these. We're halfway. Core tight. That's 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center and little pulsations for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bringing it forward, and same thing, little pulsations for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly bending that knee, placing it on the other one. Last little push, we're going to lift, bringing that right hand up towards the sky, hips are up, squeezing them forward, keeping that core tight, pushing away with that elbow. Let's go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly coming all the way down. If you struggle with lower back pain, I strongly recommend during this time you get a towel and you roll it and place it under your hips just to protect your back during this next sequence. We're going to rest our forehead on our head, our forehead on our hands. Inhale, exhale, we're going to lift both legs off the mat. Inhale, exhale, we lower, and we lift, and we lower. Let's do 2 more of these before we progress. Tummy tight. And last one, lifting up. And now we progress. Now we're going to lift head, neck and chest off the mat as we lift our limbs. And slowly coming back down. And up. And down. We're just going to do 5 of these. That's 2, 3, core tight, using that tummy to do the work. 4 and 5, holding here, extending those arms out, deep breath in, exhale, hands to T-point, come back to center, squeezing those glutes, and center. That's 2, making sure your shoulder blades are drawing down that back. 3, 4, and 5, coming back to center, releasing those hands, coming all the way back into rest position, just to counteract the movement. Doing the counter pose. Slowly coming back onto that tummy. Placing your hands on your sides. Inhale. Exhale. We are going to lift head, neck and chest off the mat. Inhale to pause. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale up. Squeezing those shoulder blades, pushing those hands into those hips. Using that core to do the work. I don't want you to use your glutes. Using your core and your back extensor muscles. And 4. And 5. Let's push for 3 more. And up. Inhale. Exhale down. And 2. Last one, we're going to lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing your hands out in front of you, placing them next to you. Coming all the way into that rest position. And slowly coming into all fours. And then just turning over onto your right hand sides. Again, making sure that your knees, hips and shoulders are all aligned. That left ankle is nice and flexed. And we're drawing away with that right elbow and shoulder to make sure your ribs aren't slumping. You can either put your hand here on your glute to make sure it's activating, or in a T-point. We're going to lift, inhale, exhale, we toe tap, we lift, we come to center or forward, we toe tap, come back. That's 1. Keep going, using that tummy to stabilize. That's 2, 3, 4. Remember to keep that height of that hip. And 5, 6. Last little push. 7. And 8. Come back to center. Pulsations for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, to the front. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bending that knee, placing it on the other one, and slowly lifting up to side plank, bringing that hand into T-point, hips forward, core tight, and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly releasing and turning over onto your back, extending that left leg as you hug right knee to chest, just flexing that ankle. And then pointing those toes just to loosen up those ankles, doing a few circles. And then extending that leg up towards the sky as you interlace your hands behind the back of that right knee. Pointing toes towards the sky. And drawing that knee towards the chest if you want a deeper stretch. Then toes towards the nose, just to get a different kind or part of your stretch behind the calf. And then slowly bending that knee and releasing it across midline, looking over that right shoulder, allowing a lower back stretch. And if this causes too much pain, I wouldn't go too deep into the stretch. I just want to loosen up. Now slowly releasing, placing that right ankle on that left knee, and then drawing that left knee towards your chest as you interlace your hands behind the back of your left knee now. Opening that right knee, using that elbow to push it away to intensify that glute stretch. The rest of the body, the head, the back, everything is in contact with the floor and you're relaxed. Deep breath in. Exhale, we release that right leg and extend that left leg up towards the sky. Pointing toes towards the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale, toes to nose. And slowly bending that left knee as you move it across midline to look over that left shoulder. Just noticing your heart rate slowly coming back to resting. Embracing this feeling that you've just done a great workout. And you can be proud of yourself that you took the time of the day to get this workout done. I'm going to place our left ankle on our right knee now, interlacing our hands behind the back of our right knee and drawing that knee to chest as you push that left knee away with that left elbow. Keep holding. And slowly releasing that leg, placing both legs on the mat and reaching those arms all the way up above the head. Imagine like you're being pulled in opposite directions. Legs are being pulled downwards and arms are being pulled in the opposite direction, allowing that stretch. And then slowly bringing those knees to chest and lifting and squeezing that body and holding for 3, 2, 1. Now slowly placing your hands on your shins to lift yourself into seated, and then coming all the way over into rest position. Please feel free to comment in the comment section below if you have any questions regarding the workout, or if there's anything that you have noticed or encountered during these sessions. I look so forward to seeing you next week, and keep up the good work. You will see the benefits soon enough. Have a great day.